Well, hello everyone and good morning. My name is Maulana Anwar Siddiq and I would like to deliver you a summary about interrupting in English. So, let's go. Interruption is not always negative. You might interrupt a conversation too, giving a message to someone, asking a quick question, giving your opinion on something that has been said, joining a conversation. Okay, the next is reason to interrupt. An interruption is essentially a pause. You will definitely draw attention to yourself. As I mentioned earlier, those 4 points are all acceptable reason for interrupting. Interruption should be accompanied by either an apology or permission seeking question. And then you should also keep your interruptions as short as possible. The next is I'd like to elaborate the reason why you have to interrupt. The first point is giving someone information. You can use these short phrases to deliver a message or get someone's attention. First, I'm sorry to interrupt, but you're needed, blah blah blah. And the second is, I apologize for the interruption, but I had to quickly let you know that, blah blah blah. And the third is, I hope you'll excuse me for interrupting, but could I quickly get you to, blah blah blah. And the next point is asking a quick question. Sometimes it is necessary to ask a clarifying question. No matter what the situation is, these short phrases allow brief questions during a conversation. The first is, sorry for the interruption, but could you repeat blah blah blah? And then the second is, this will only take a minute. Would you mind telling me blah blah blah? And then the third is, I apologize for the interruption, but I have an important question about blah blah blah. And then the next point is sharing your opinion. If you feel that you have something to share or comment that will add value to the conversation, you may use these phrases. The first one is, that makes me think of blah blah blah. The second one is, interesting that you say that because blah blah blah. And the third one is, what you said about reference to something said reminds me that blah blah blah. And here's the note you have to keep in mind, that you have to always pay respect to a speaker you are stopping and never make it seem like you believe that you have to say is more important than what was already being said. And the next point is joining a conversation. Sometimes you want to join a conversation that you're not originally a part of. You can join without being rude by using these following phrases. First, would you mind if I joined? Second, I couldn't help overhearing blah blah blah. And the third is, if I may, I feel blah blah blah. The next point is what to do when you are interrupted. If you are the speaker, it's up to you to determine how to proceed. Either you want to reject or allow an interruption itself. Okay, the first one is interrupting someone who has interrupted you. That means you are rejecting the interruption. So if you are being interrupted rudely or believe that you should finish your thought first, you have the right to express these phrases without being considered impolite. First, can I continue please? Second, let me read up my thought before you start. And the third, would you please let me finish? And then the next is allowing an interruption. You may choose to allow an interruption if you don't mind being stopped. You can use these expressions. First, no problem, go ahead. And the second is, sure, what do you think? But here the one. Once you've been interrupted, you can continue where you left off by saying these expressions. First, as I was saying, I think, blah blah blah. And the second one is, I'd like to get back to my argument. So, that's all the summary from me about interrupting in English. Thank you for watching my video and see you on the next project, guys.